You are probably feeling a little bit of a chill in the air already. Why not, right? It is September. It is actually the middle of September. And that should give you an indication that winter is around the corner. So you need to start cranking up your winter preparedness. And today we're going to be talking about a cheap way to stay warm. Now, this is something that I have used for years now. And I usually it's something that I don't leave my house without it in wintertime. I'm gonna talk to y'all about hand warmers, not the disposable ones, and we will be touching on this, but not this ones per se. We're gonna be talking about the simple hand warmer. This is something, again, like I mentioned before, something that I have used for several years now, and I used for a good 6 months here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's where I live. I experience 20, 30, 40, 50 below. It's normal here. I mean, we have 6 months out of the year, we have snow on the ground. So we have I would say a smidge of experience dealing with cold. Now, I mentioned simple warmers, or simple hand warmers. And I'm going to leave in the description below a whole bunch of links on simple. You can go in there, peruse around, see what's going on, see whether or not it fits your needs and whatnot. But I strongly encourage you to look at it and, be mindful that if the power goes out and if you don't have a heat source, you don't have a Mr. Heater with enough propane tanks, if you don't have a wood stove, if you don't have, something to power your furnace, you're going to be cold. You're really going to be cold, and there's nothing more miserable than being cold. You can deal with the heat, but cold takes down a lot of people. So let's get the obvious out of the way, or the most simple ways to stay warm, and then we can talk about simple hand warmers. I mentioned to y'all these little things. These are very common, very cheap. You can find them pretty much anywhere, gas stations, Walmart, any place. This is good to have, really good to have. In fact, if you don't have good winter boots, I strongly advise you to get a whole bunch of these toe warmers. There's nothing more painful than having cold feet. And a lot of people make a mistake of getting boots that are too tight. That's a mistake, because you now constricting blood circulation. You need to have boots that are a little bigger than your size, because you're going to put thick socks on it. Now, socks, extremely important. Do not, and I'm going to say this, do not use cotton socks, wool socks. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. Get used to wear wool socks. I only wear wool socks, whether it's winter, summer, autumn, I don't care. You will be better off with wool socks. So get yourself a good pair of wool socks, or several pairs of wool socks, pair it up with toe warmers, and you should be good. If you can have winter boots, man, you're golden now. That's your feet. You're taking care of your feet. Now, if you don't have a decent sleeping bag, so let's say the power goes out and you want to bundle up in your sleeping bag, well, I'm gonna recommend this. This is a lap warmer. We have been using this ever since they came out. They are really good and very large, actually. The bad thing is, we used to get it at, I think it was like $7.99 when they came out. They're $1 higher right now. So it is not an efficient way to stay warm. Honestly, it's just not cost effective at all. So bear that in mind. So those are a few things. And of course, with the hand warmers, get your hand warmers. They have chests, the ones that you can put in your chest. But all of this are one-time use, and that's it. That's all it is, one-time use. Are they convenient? Yes. But this is going to cost you a lot. If you go out, if you stay out of power for an entire month, it's going to cost you. So better off to have good clothing and a simple hand warmer to keep your body core, the heat in your core as high as possible. Also, get yourself an insulated hat. It doesn't have to be something like this, but get something insulated to cover your nugget and your ears. Very important. Now, let's talk about the simple hand warmer. This is where I keep one of them, and I put it in here to demonstrate it does not take a lot of space. This right here is a 12-ounce container of simple lighter fluid. This is what they use. This is $7. $7. 1 ounce will give you 12 hours. So 12 ounces will give you 144 hours. That equals to 6 days. 6 days for $7. So if you take that number and you divide it by 30, 5 12-ounce containers will give you 30 days. At $7 a piece, that is $35. That is very cost effective. That is running it 24 hours a day. Now, in here, and again, I'm leaving in the description below, so you can peruse through the simple website, so you guys can see prices and whatnot, and see if it fits your needs. In my opinion, everybody should have at least one. This is what it comes with. This is your simple hand warmer. Fairly easy. You got to keep it in here though, otherwise it will slow burn you. Yes. You put your fluid inside. This is removable, and then you put your fluid inside. Again, 1 ounce will give you 12 hours. That is a long time. So you put it like this. You don't put it directly on the skin, so I can put it right here. And this is usually how I wear it. Put it right here. Bam. Then I have my jacket over and all of that good stuff. Now, it does come with a little measuring tool thing. Again, you're gonna see a line there saying 12 hours. That is an ounce of fluid. I bought an extra burn place, the replacement for the burner, to have it in here. I have one extra in here. I have a wick, an extra wick for the lighter. I have a lighter, a simple lighter, brand new. This is a brand new. It has not been used. Neither of this has been used. This is my extra stuff that I just have in here, and I put it out so I can show you guys. This is a brand new lighter, brand new. Okay, but I already have a wick for it. I also have flint. 2, 4, 6 flints in here. So as you guys can see in the instructions, I have also the instructions. Something that I really don't keep much. But as you guys can see, everything in here, you see? In one little package. Let me get the hand warmer out again. Bam. Now you have everything in a little Ziploc bag, a sandwich Ziploc bag. Once you get this, all you need to do is get more lighter fluid. This is everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. Read the instructions on the simple hand warmer. It will tell you what fluid you should use. Stick with what it says in there, with the recommendations. But for $35, I do think an entire month, I mean running it 24 hours, that to me is cost efficient. So do the math, y'all. Is that a lot of money? I don't know. To me, that makes more sense than going and buying something like this. This, I would still recommend to buy. This, I don't see Simple coming with a toe warmer. So, but this, you know, they're cheap enough that you can stock away a lot. And each one of these brings 2. So, in the last 8 hours. So, be mindful of that. Be prepared as best as you can. This winter is going to be a doozy. I can only recommend you things that I personally have used over the years. Things that they have worked in the environment that I live. And when it comes to cold, I think Alaska is one of those places in the world that it gets awfully cold. Now, a lot of folks will ask me, and this has happened in the past, does it smell? It is not odorless. It does have a particular smell. It's not a bad smell per se, but it does have a particular smell. You will get used to it. It's like everything. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you ever have been around cows in your life, it becomes part of your senses. You can step in cow shit all day long. After you have been dealing with cows, and you're not gonna smell the shit. Now the smell is it's not shit, but it's a particular smell. You will notice it the first couple of days, but you will get used to it. I'd rather have a different smell that I'm accustomed to, and being warm and being alive than, well, the alternative. That's how I'm gonna put it. With that being said, I really do hope this video helps you and gives you ideas on how to stay warm in the cheap. I know the dollar is, well, it doesn't go as long as it used to. So I do believe that this is a really good way to stay warm in a cheap way. One investment, one time, $7 for 6 days, 24 hours running. That's not bad, y'all. $35 for an entire month. I take that deal. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.